Hello everyone and welcome to Online Game Freaks. We are getting started here on our continuing mission to take on the toughest challenges that Scrap Mechanic has to offer, and you're seeing part of the problem now. We've got a base and we get a lot of business here at night. We get tons of parts delivery, you can call it, but man, this is very, I think you got a little hit on me there. It's very manual. So the fact that I have to do this is there somebody in that bush? No. All right. The fact that I have to do this constantly is very manual. And I think that it's time we complete our fortress. There we go. On at least one of our walls, having to run around this thing constantly. And then when I complete the first lap, I have to come back here and make sure nobody spawned late. And then I can't have any of these loose arms because each one of these is a piece of lag. So you got to go around here and look, we got another late spotter there, another piece of loose lag here. Excuse me, sir. You can stop that now. Here, another piece we got to pick up. You can see from this long line of these that this keeps happening over and over and over again, and which is great. I love having all the free metal, but this is a little manual as far as like having to run around, you know, shooting stuff, risk myself being killed in the process, when this really, the whole goal here is to make this thing self-sufficient. After seeing all that chaos, you can see where it might be a little bit in our best interest just to get finished on these automations. We've got to get the wall completely defended. This is a lot of work. It's a little bit of fun, I gotta admit, but we can definitely do better. There are three main weapons that I want to complete, and I think when done, this side will at least be self-sufficient, and we can focus on three. So the idea here is this spinner is amazing. This works great. It is a bot killer. There is no doubt. The problem I have right now is it's too short. They just go right around it. It does get a few, any that are foolish enough to try, but anybody who goes around it, they just get right to the wall. We also have these guns. So these guns here in the middle, they only go about here, right? So anything from here over will not trigger the actual sensor itself and fire the gun. So what we need is some more guns along this wall, more sensors, so that we can actually start hitting everything and anything that comes well, you know, if it gets past this, we need to have the guns as secondary defense. And as a third defense, I think right about here in the middle, I want to put up another turret, a little bit different kind of turret than we've done before. What I'm hoping is if I put a turret out here somewhere, I should be able to defend against some Tapebots. Maybe to get a couple of them. They do scatter and they stay long range. It's like they sit back here in the hay a little bit and they just plink at my base, constantly breaking stuff. So that's the three main plans for today. I need to pick up all these spines. There's tons of them and we need the metal. So let's go ahead and grab our metal. This thing works great for this purpose. This big beast with all the collectors. You just can't go wrong. Look at all this free metal. Tons of it. Another bit of it here. I thank you for your donations. A lot of good farm bot supplies right here. And of course, surprisingly low amounts of component kits came with all of this. I've already collected those. I make sure I grab them right away. I don't want to take any chance of a component kit actually despawning. Look at all that metal. Just tons of it from the base. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Gary. You guys got a... Oh, how'd they get all the way up there? Man, that was a heck of a poop. You threw it all the way up there? All right, I'll just take that one with me. We've got a few things on our mind to build up our wall. The first thing we need to do is, I want to take this weapon, this spinning weapon, and we're going to make it longer. There we go. The idea, I just want it far enough out that if one of the big farm bots blows up, it doesn't take any of the wall with it. And that should be pretty good. I'll bring it in a little bit and we'll go straight down that line as well. But yeah, we'll aim for here. And then let's go ahead and reclaim all this. Because of the bearings, I can't just use one weld point. It doesn't weld anything else. So what I'm going to do is a little bit of the opposite of what I did to build it. And that's, I'm going to put, I only need, I like to make sure they're connected, so why not? All right, one extra metal won't kill me. So I'm just gonna attach it from the top, and then I'll be able to reclaim it real easy that way too. The trick is I just don't want to bury all this metal underground. It doesn't do me any good. So I just want to get it where I can get it right back. It's getting dark. It'd be really good if I could get this done right before the raid. That way we can give it a try. That'd be amazing. All right, so over here, and then that, and I think I gotta weld, yeah, right here. If I weld these, first we gotta get it off the lift. And there we go. It's still one nice big piece. That's what we're going for. And a weld point. Ideally one block up, so it's a perfect tripping hazard for everybody. Say like that. I mean, that looks good. Oh, it's spinning nicely. Oh, that... oh, that's interesting. What happened? Oh, I think I needed, yeah, I think I needed to, okay, I need to attach it at each point. The ones in the middle aren't attaching like they're supposed to. But we're getting close. All right. It's something. All right, let me get it out of the ground. All right, what is that? It's just lying around. All right, so I think the problem is here. At each one of these points here, I need to re-weld it. There we go. Gotta make sure this is all one unit. There we go. Definitely up one right there. That looks pretty good here. And we'll bring it into the wall from here and attach it. There we go. And that should automatically connect because everything is connected to the ground. So that'll be connected to the wall. Part of my goal is to make this wall itself self-sufficient. A standalone attack unit, if you will. All right, so in here, I do have my gas tank. I got a little bit of gas, and where's my motor? Oh, I got it right there. There we go. We'll put the gas there. All right, we'll find out in a second if that's considered connected for the sake of attachment points. All right, and I think, yeah, I'm gonna put the motor down here too, just so it's convenient. Yeah, we run the risk if they blast through the wall right here that this stuff gets blown up, but that's part of the fun of it. Now let's see if it's wireable. Oh, it is. Yeah, perfect. It does feel kind of bare, right? Like I need something for it. Let me build a box. And let's get this motor hooked up to some bearings. Let's just try this guy here and this guy here. All right, should be able to connect to the wall. Yep, no problem. You just continue wiring here, and you're going out, and you're going out. All right, that looks good. Make sure they rotate the same way, or this isn't going to work at all. Are we doing on time? Oh, it's 15 seconds. Gonna be close. I'll remove these and then turn it on, and hopefully something will run into it. Okay, get inside. 6, 5. Switch. Where'd I put the switch? Switch. Wire it. Turn it on. Turn it all the way up. Is it doing anything? It's not doing anything. Why are you not doing anything? All right, I'm not sure why that's not working, but we're going to have to shoot some stuff before they break through. All right. Guys are so loud anyway. And the trick to get them to work was just getting the rotation right. I think even though they look like they're spinning the same direction, they're not. But, you know, as soon as you flip them over, they really go. So that's fine for me. Just trust with the results, maybe not necessarily the why it works that way. That's great. I really can't wait to see this weapon work. The next raid is going to be so much better. Anything that approaches from this side, unless it happens to accidentally hit that one block post that we have in a couple of places, it should get sent. Like, well, I don't know. Well, once it does the, oh yeah, it gives me a little good ragdoll. It does the same to the bots. The motor, this is working great. Yeah, sorry, I have a test block here. Look at that. I just want to make sure things were spinning, so I threw that on there. But that's probably deadly. Yeah. All right, it's fine. But one more bearing to draw battery. Okay, let's turn that off and call that part of our mission completed. The next part of our mission is I definitely want to take a look at our cannon situation. Let's, just in case something gets through, we really want to make sure we're maximizing the cannons that we have here. So since we have some extra guns, I'm going to add some extra guns. And I also think don't like the placement of this. I think it needs to come out one. So a little bit of work to do on the guns here to maximize how those are put in the grounds, so that if anything accidentally gets through this, say something like just gets tossed instead of actually destroyed, the guns can take care of anybody who gets through. So basically, taking a look at this, I really want the sensor to go out one more and the gun to go out one more. And I think on both sides. And whatever I decide to do in the middle. So let me go ahead and start with that. We'll go ahead and just fix this up real quick. Our little gun cabinet here. Okay, nice and opened up. And yeah, grab the gun, grab the sensor, and just move them over one notch. This, nope, other way, like that. And then we want a sensor here. Better, much better. Okay, and then on this side, I want the other gun. More guns, right? Perfect. There we go. Now if it gets something hits this wall, it's going to get double shot. Pulse. So here. All right. Let me make sure I wire this in the right direction. Okay. Yeah. The sensor goes into the gate, and the gate is what fires the guns, and the guns need the ammo. One thing I want to do is make the wall self-sufficient. So we're going to build our repeater in here, real quick. All right. So let me build a blinky light thing right here. Like that. Oh, you're not gonna let me line up that block. I'll have something to put it to. There we go. And then I think this is that. Make one of these a thing. There we go. Make that a NAND gate. And I think now if I wire this to one of these, that's off. That's on. That's blinky. There we go. I think, yeah, we'll wire the guns to this bottom one here that's off, so that when we load the game, it doesn't just fire the guns every time and waste ammo. And that blinky single is what we'll put into this gate here. Yep, I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put a gun on both sides of a sensor here, just like we did on the other side. Maybe I can make a smaller hole this time. There we go. Turn it on. Give these guns a test. Got a good double repeat pattern. Over here should get the same. Oh, nope. Oh, okay. Let's turn it up. Interesting. Why did the one gun not... Why are you not repeating? You guy. Why you no bueno? Oh, you got no... You have any taters? Huh. Ain't got no taters. There we go. Now we got taters. All right, we got 5 seconds left. Let's turn the stuff on. Let's see how the new equipment... Oh boy, I hope it works great. I don't have any potatoes on me. We'll have to grab those. Oh, there's one already. Anybody else? Do you want to try it? Come on, guy. Just say hello to my little friend. Just say hello. Just say hello. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Nothing got over this wall. This weapon did really well. I don't know how it'll be against farm bots perfectly or not. That's why we do have the gun redundancy. Yeah, I definitely want another gun emplacement, probably right in the middle. You know, just to be able to help shoot down either way and double up our capacity to fill that. So let's go ahead and start then. And let me turn this thing off. And then what we'll do is we'll build a center gun emplacement. And that'll be it for the guns on this wall. Done. Very nice. Now that creates this really nice, you know, the range isn't, I like how putting the sound on, just even when system's off, I get to tell, right? There's just a dead spot here in the middle. And I think with a few saw blades, I'll be able to push them off of that a little bit and more towards the edges. And they'll get it handed to them here. Like that. There we go. And maybe another one or two to help push them towards the guns a little bit. So that's 2 systems finalized. I like how the guns here with the 3rd set in the middle, we should be able to push them off the walls should they get close. I'll do a couple extra saw blades. That's not a big deal. The next thing on the list is we're going to build our outer turrets, and I've decided one at each corner would be perfect. I think it's actually ideal, kind of protecting the edges and the corners a little bit, and I do want to make them a little beefy. And I like coming out here because I'm really worried about hitting that spinning thing. When that thing goes, it's flying. So I definitely want to give it some space. And I looked at the guns over there. They're 4 up. So I think as long as I stay within that, I should be fine. So that's like 1, 2, 3. That's good. So I'll put the spinny here, right on top of the bearing. This is where we're going to put our block. And then we can put the guns on both sides. Here. Where's the other one? I got a gun here. And then we'll put the actual piston on top. And I'll use that to actually raise and lower the cover for the gun. And that way the gun can actually be at this nice height right here. This is perfect for bots. And it should be, yeah, look at that, nice and clear. It won't interfere with this when it's spinning, so we shouldn't have our weapons hitting each other. So really from here, I think I don't want anything more in here than what I need. I want all the electronics out there. If this gets hit or run or exploded, I don't want it to cost me more material than it has to. So I'm just gonna put a little deck on it, protect it, and we'll put the electronics inside in a second. And we'll tuck in the sensor right in here. Let me get it a little closer. Get that sensor tucked in right above the gun. Okay, fancy. All right. So now let's see if we can activate that piston. So I'm guessing it's got to come up too. And when it comes up, it needs to do it as fast as you darn well can. You got that, guy? Oh, I put the sensors on the block, not on the guns. All right, that's a lesson learned. All right. I mean, you know, things happen. I got an idea to make this even better. Okay. So how do I do this without destroying anything? And you see what we're going for here? This looks menacing. With that thing spinning around, nothing is going to be able to get by it. So let's do the same on this side. How many blocks was that? And, you know, it's a gun amount. About, but yay. Okay. And just like the other side, we're going to put the sensor on the front, gun on the side. And keep it balanced. It's going to be spinning, not fast. Medium fast. So we do want it to be in balance. Just like that. So when we activate it, it comes up, and when I turn the switch off, it should go down that one block it needs, cover everybody up and keep it safe, so nothing just randomly runs into it. There we go, a spinning turret. Now it's not, you know, spinning, but it could. So let's get that working. So if we look at our control bank for this wall, we've got the repeater already set up, but what we need to do is actually tie in the other gates like we would on the guns out there. But we're not going to want to leave these out there because I could get shot. So let me, right, that's for the piston. So I can take that out now. So what'll control the piston is the on switch. So if the system is on, the piston will come up. And we also want, if the system is on, to have it spin around. So let me grab a controller and, there's plenty of room for stuff here. Let me slap it here. And now the controller goes to that bearing out here. Now lock it in, and I don't really even care what direction it spins. So now what I just need is for the logic to say, okay, if you see something, stop and shoot at it. So let me put in a couple of logic gates for that. So for the logic for this, we do need two things. One that's going to control the movement, and the other that's going to control the shooting. So let me actually put the movement gate right here. Okay, can we get the blinky side? And I'll fill in my wall spot here. All right, so what we need to do is, if either of these gates get triggered, and that's going to be triggered by the sensors. Oh, it's going to be fun grabbing these while they're moving. That was kind of foolhardy. Oh, I got one. And the way this works is, if either of these gates are triggered, meaning it's something in front of it, I need it to turn off the controller. So this needs to be a NOR. Right? So if anybody triggers, it's going to turn off. And that's what's going to control that. Oh, I got to take it off the switch. And then I can have this control that. And there we go. Fire that up and see what it should do is activate the spinner as these two sensors become unblocked. So there we go. This lights up, and and there it goes. It's starting to move over there. Ooh, what's the range on these sensors? Oh, that's a problem. Okay, let's turn that up. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're onto something. There we go. Now, I wonder why. I think it's spinning so strong, it just moves right past it. now that we got it turning and stopping, and you know, the stopping will work on a little bit, but I do want to get the guns hooked up like that. So what we're gonna have here happen is if you get a signal and you get a signal from the repeater, which means, you know, something's in front of the sensor and you're getting the blinky light from the repeater. We can go ahead and hook these up. Oh, not the green one. I need the blue one. There we go. Got the repeater signals. We get these. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I get this going the right way. Yeah. Something's in front of you. And now I just gotta remember which of these lights is which. So let me turn. Oh, here's right as I'm looking at it this way. I hope I got this right. We'll see in a second. All right, we got everything wired up, but it doesn't stop like it's supposed to. Yeah, and I think it's because I'm thinking like a man turret and I'm using a controller, and it just takes too long. The controller wants to finish its cycle. So the problem is if I turn down the ticks too low, or not ticks, but the range that it goes, it doesn't go very fast. But then it stops at least within 15 degrees. And if I make it go faster, you know, it pushes through. If I give it more range, it pushes. So this solution for what I want it to do would be good for manual control, but I don't think it's good for automated control. So I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try to put an electric engine on it, and we'll see if that has better control. We'll see if the electric engine has better control. It tends to be more of it's either on or off type of solution. And I have the other engine right here. What is it shooting at? I think I have oh yeah, I have a test target up. Like, it's supposed to stop when it sees this. It's supposed to shoot at it and stop, but it's not working. So plan B. Okay, got some batteries in it. Let me try. What speed are we on? All right, we're on, I don't know. Let's just, if the on-off theory works, I should be able to handle some speed. So let's try this. Oh boy, it is spinning. Okay, but does it stop? It shoots, but it does not stop. It's seeing me, and it just doesn't have time to react. So what I may need to do is throw a timer in here so that if it does see something, it just stops. I mean, and it's forced to for at least a second or two or whatever we time it into. But let me try it a little slower just in case I don't need to go through. Well, I mean, it's something, but it's not. I want it to go a little faster, but this isn't too bad. It does stop. Oh, hey. Okay. Oh, we're already on. Oh, does that one not have its I don't have the potatoes in that gun yet, which is probably good because I'm just testing. I don't want to waste a lot of potatoes. But this is working. This is perfect. It stops. And it keeps shooting till I'm out of range. Let me try one more notch up just in case we can push it. Like that. Okay, seems good. Oh yeah, and there, it's just going too fast. It pushes by. All right, so let's turn it down one notch. And we know it works at this speed. And now I can hook up let me turn this off. Let me hook up the other guns to the potatoes. And then we'll be fully operational. After much deliberation, a lot of trial and error and experimentation, I do have turrets. And they do the thing where they stop and shoot you, and then they start again. A little trickier than I thought it was going to be. I thought this would be just an easy controller job, and I, of course, overcomplicated it as much as possible. But it's working, and I'm excited. So if we get any roaming corner bots, hopefully this might help with some of the tape bots. These guns will do the job. And I'll show you what I've done here. If we start on this side, you'll see actually I put in a nice sidewalk. It's kind of nice. All right, so right here we have our system for the turret, and I really thought this was gonna be like a turret and a controller, and we were gonna be done with it, but oh no. And perhaps it's a little more complicated than needed. There's probably an easier solution to this, but let me just step you through what I came up with. So if we look, okay, let's not look at that. Let's look at the colors. If in the green, this is simply, I've done it a million times before. And sometimes if you're a hammer, everything's a nail. So I'm kind of going with that approach where basically I've got my XOR memory. I've got my 1-bit generator, so I can just click into this and it turns things on and off. And that's all the green is. Same thing I've done in a lot of places but I'm using that as a way to turn the engine on and off. It has a state. It's on or off in the memory, and then I can use the logic to control that. And that's where this blue area comes in. This is simply the area where I'm asking it to say, hey, is there something in front of us? If so, stop and wait a second before you continue. And then it'll go again. But if something's still in front of it, it'll stop and wait another second. And this is totally controllable. I have it 1 second here. I could make it a little less, a little more, but you know, a second seems to be good. And the little orange bit here, that just turns the engine on and off. That's the final output before we go to the engine. And then the yellow part, this is just the repeater we had before for the regular guns on the wall fire. I actually carved in a hole here, and I set up a piston with a block on it for testing so that I can check the system out. I had to do this so many times, and I landed on this solution. I think it's pretty simple and straightforward. There's probably something even simpler, but this is where I landed. So let's go ahead and turn it on, and I can show you how it works. We turn on, and it has two parts. One, I have to turn on the repeaters, and this gets the guns armed. This arms the guns on the walls and the things that don't spin. And if you look out here, it raises up the platform to unveil the guns. If I turn it off, you can see that, right? So I turn on, the guns come up, and they shoot because for that one little blip, the sensor sees the front of the protection cover. But that's exactly what we want it to do. Perfect. Pops up, it's ready to arm. And then the second part is I start the state to turn the motor on, and there she spins. And there's guns on both sides, so even though it doesn't go very fast, it is covering two arcs at once. And it works the same way on the other side, but I didn't have to repeat all of this. All I had to repeat is the green and the blue section with the motor, and then tie it into the yellow section down here. And you'll see over here, there's a simpler version. I really like this sidewalk. It's the simple things. Okay. And over here, and I didn't color code it, but basically this section over here is that memory piece. And this piece on the right is the logic that says, wait a second. And then down here are the two blocks that actually fire the guns when everything lines up. And it's not too bad on the spaghetti. And you can see here, it's tying into the on switches from the other side. So that if that's on, I do have to, and I could move the button, but I'm okay with having it here, is I need to manually start the motor on this side. Now I can come up here, both of the turrets are armed and ready to go. And it stops. Oh, God, if I had one thing, it would be like, give me more range on the sensors. But it covers a good arc here. It should keep people out of my sunflowers. We don't want those getting hurt. To take them out, if I turn that on, then this wall, and listen to that puppy purr, this wall is defended. I feel really good that if anything tries to go around it, it's going to get shot on each side. I can take my testing tool out of there. And if it tries to come across this bar, it's just going to get chewed up. And if by some reason, sometimes the bar will actually throw a bot over it, they're going to run into the guns. So I feel like if we can get this set up all the way around, we can call the base defensible and fire off that level 10 top tier raid. Another episode. We definitely want every side of the fort, our battle station, to have a nice bar and some turrets, automatic turrets. Those thinkers are still on. If I want to get some turrets all the way around, we have, of course, our big man turret for a bot, and I don't have a farm bot killer on this corner yet. And although we got the defenses here, and the bar might kill a farm bot, it would be good to have another big man turret or something else down here that we can control that can really throw out some potatoes. The trick is there's going to be 3 farm bots at once, and we have to have the base do its job. I can't kill 3 at once. If I'm hitting 1, the other 2 will just chew through the entire base. Time to fire up the farm. All right, I've got everything on, and yeah, I don't really care what row you start on, but let's start with row 8. Here she goes. Oh, you just gotta love the clockwork of this thing. I like my display. I'm really happy about it. I think it just adds a nice little element of polish to the whole base. Oh yeah, and we're planting some dangerous stuff. I have 4 of the pineapple, and which is, I did check the thing, you can plant up to 4 of the top crops before you start summoning in tape bots. But it also means we get the maximum number of farm bots and tote bots, which should be a good test. And there's the warning, that's what I wanted. it'll be a good test in 2 minutes plus of our wall system. So in theory, all I'm going to have to do is guard the other 3 walls, and this one should take care of itself. Well, it's raid time. I'm excited. We got to test the system. We got 30 seconds. All right, so let me turn on the guns. We'll turn on the turrets. Turn on the spinning poles of death. We come over here and we just get one button to turn on the spin on this turret as well. She's running. Okay, defenses are fully active on this wall. In theory, this wall is self-defending. I should be able to just hang out and watch the carnage. And what are we doing? Oh, timer? Here they come. Carnage. Oh, he got flung over there. Oh, chewed up. Oh, he made it through. Wait, you feeling saucy, guy? Oh, nice. All right, this guy. Oh, there's a component kid down there. Come over here. Come over here, buddy. Come on, come over here. What's up? Oh, I put a gun there. Yeah, you didn't see that, did you? All right. All right, so I think there should be nothing here. This should be just cleanup. That's awesome. That's mission accomplished on that wall. Now all we have to do is the other 3, and we're on our way. Like, these have already got the walls built up. This one's actually got some nice level 3 concrete going, so the defenses are building. In most places, I do have at least 2 rows of the metal now. It's just over time, I add it, I make some extra metal, and I throw it on the wall, including some of these. If you didn't know, these things are actually a 9 durability. It's just the same durability as the concrete tier 3. So it actually makes a really good defense for your wall. They're not as good as a cow walk or a walk crate, but they're very good if you've got all of your costumes unlocked, which I do, certainly the green ones. Then you can use them for defense. We're over here, and we made a trip around. Only, I think, 1 component kit out of that entire raid. A little disappointing there, but not going to be at all disappointed because of the success of the actual gun system. I think this wall is now defended. Completely off limit. We'll call this we're 1/4 AFK base, if you will. I also want to take a look at some of the enhancement suggestions people have made, see what we can do about upgrading some of our devices that we've already built. And we do have this problem that everything up here is fragile. The haybots will just shoot it right out. So we may have a little work to do on our upper floors at least to protect our village from the flying debris the haybots are throwing out there. I really can't thank you enough for watching. I really appreciate it. If you would hit that like and subscribe, that goes a long way to supporting all our efforts and all the fun we have here at Online Game Freaks. And I hope to see you next time in game.